how she's saying it.
No, really, it's not at all.
Try to dig yourself out of here right now.
No, but it does feel different when you're in similar life stages, though.
Yeah.
That's
like
true.
the age
the
gaps
same
don't
age,
really
yeah.
mean as much.
Right, yeah, that's funny.
That's why you see people married when they're, like 15 years apart.
Steven's 10 years older than me.
Are you serious?
I remember this.
Yeah.
I remember this story.
He is actually older than my oldest brother.
Which you have a lot. You have a lot of siblings.
I do. I have 3 older brothers and 1 older sister.
Wow.
And fun fact.
Wait,
in
are you the
case
youngest?
You didn't know. I am the youngest.
Okay.
youngest. Paul is my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Neely?
No, not you.
Paul who?
Actually, I don't know that you would ever met. He only comes in the evenings.
Yeah,
It's just Paul. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah.
Come on.
And you
of
may
course
not
I-
ever really see Paul Neely because he usually only
I have
comes in
no
the
idea who
morning.
that is.
Exactly. So
Sounds
I
like
just
a
used
great
up my
guy, though.
only Paul. And
Can I
it was a strikeout.
just put this in? This is exactly why I love this podcast, because you got people coming from all different classes and we're just learning about each other. And I just think it's really cool.
I know that there's a Paul now that it's her brother that goes to this
Yeah.
gym. She knows there's another Paul
Yeah.
that's not
if
her
you
brother.
ever meet a Paul that's not Paul Neely, it's probably my
your
brother.
brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably
I
your
like
brother.
that.
Because
I'll be
there's not a ton of Pauls here. There's a lot of Jasons. There's a lot of Jasons. There's a lot of Lindsays.
How many Jasons are there?
There's a couple of Brittany's.
Well, yeah, there are a lot of Brittany's. Too many, honestly.
Well, once upon a time, there was like 4 or 5 Jasons. Now, I don't
Jason
think there's as many.
Nichols in the 8:30.
There, Jason Blasnick, he works
Yep,
out at the
that's right,
barn,
yep.
but they still do like programming with us.
Yeah,
Jason, what's his last name? Can't remember.
exactly. Oh, yes, Jason. Yeah, I know him. He's the real estate agent.
Yes.
Yes, he's the real estate agent.
Yes.
He works out at the 5:30 sometimes.
Yep.
Okay,
If they come anytime before 4, I
get it.
don't know them.
I get it. I have no idea who people are in like the
Yeah.
Yeah.
4, 5, and we don't have a 3, right?
I don't know
On
when
Fridays we do.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
because that's our last class, or is it a 3,
No,
4?
3, 4,
3,
and
4,
5.
5.
Okay.
So we close an hour early on Fridays, so we bumped up. Yeah.
Okay.
Because a handful of people get off a little bit earlier on Fridays. And so we made 3, 4, and 5. And on Friday, sometimes the people that come at 4 can come at 3 and that whole
Right.
thing. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like it.
Well, I do too. It's pretty cool. All right, guys. Well, welcome to the Daily Reps. Today we have my friend and fellow coach Tara on. Why are you jealous that she's my friend? She can be your friend too.
You just excluded
Our
me
friend,
in your
oh
own
gosh.
words. You just.
Our friend. I wasn't trying to exclude
We're
you.
more like acquaintances.
You're right. I didn't even know Paul, so
She'll be your friend after this podcast.
Yeah.
'cause
hopefully. Or
we're gonna get to know.
We're going to dig in.
Or we could go the opposite way.
we could become enemies.
But
You never
hopefully
know.
we'll come together. Excuse me. Welcome our friend and fellow coach Tara
Yes.
onto
Thank you.
the episode today. I'm super pumped to have Tara on. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for
I
having
love whenever we have other girls
Oh, I
on
knew she was going to say that.
because it's just like girl power, and
knew
I
it.
love it. I'm all about the girl power.
Good to have a different perspective. Don't feel threatened.
Yeah,
It's fine.
My masculinity is threatened so much right now.
At least you're not wearing your pink shirt
I know.
today.
I actually planned that. I did.
The
plan.
last 2 times we had ladies on, he had on his pink 5 Fork shirt, which I thought was cool.
Nice
But
representation.
But people were picking with him about it. It was funny.
Also, we found out that Jonathan doesn't wear the pink ones
No, he only wears the green
in the gray.
and the gray.
Yeah, he refuses to wear the pink ones. It's also why he refuses to go to.
He won't go to Chestnut because it's too pink. I'm like, you have 4 girls, so you could or 3 girls. You could justify it through that.
No.
No, it's funny.
Anyway, it's great
but
to
I
have
do
you on.
appreciate some strong masculinity also. So self-respect there.
Mm.
But anyways, yeah, welcome on, Tara. Tara coaches. Typically, you'll find her in the evening classes sometime around 3 to 6 or so.
Yeah. Typically,
time
basically
frame.
exclusively in the evening.
So,
I don't think
yeah,
you've ever coached a early morning class.
No, there's a very good reason why.
Are you not a morning person?
Not at all.
I get it.
Not at all. Like nobody wants to see me before
Really?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
I mean, I'll be up before. Obviously, I have a toddler. I'm up before
Right,
that.
yeah.
But I don't. I'm not good at interacting and like having high energy
Yeah.
in the
I get
morning.
that. I get that.
You need your time.
I need a coffee. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the time to
Yeah. Those are your time.
get refreshed.
I get it entirely. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Sometimes I feel like we're in too much of a fast-paced era. Like, I think it's okay to
I enjoy my mornings to be slow.
down a little bit. Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. Tara also comes from Southern Moon CrossFit, and then when Coach Hudson came on and joined us over here, her and a few fellow other Southern Mooners came along, which I'm so pumped and excited that you guys chose to do so. So let's dive on in here, introduce yourself, maybe chat about how you got into CrossFit and into Southern Moon specifically, and we'll kind of journey on from there.
Yeah. So it was back in I think 2012.
Wow.
So, 5 years ago or so.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like, yeah.
Don't say otherwise.
Well, so like we were talking, I've got 3 older brothers. And at the time, 2 of them were in the Marines. And they were stationed out in California. So they had already gotten into CrossFit out there because obviously that's where it started.
Yeah.
NC Fit's over there.
Exactly. And they had started talking about it. And our family is incredibly competitive.
Ooh.
So they started talking about it. And I was like, I don't even know what it is. But that summer, I saw the games on TV.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I saw what they were doing. And my first thought was, ain't no way my brothers are doing those things. Like, no way. Yeah. One of them being Paul.
Yeah.
I was like, no. So I was intrigued by what they were doing based off of the fact that I was like, if my brothers can do that,
you could do it.
100% I can.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And then I saw the women competing, and I was very impressed by how they looked, obviously.
Yeah.
But that wasn't like a draw for me.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it'd be cool to have a 6-pack and look like that.
Definitely.
But I didn't see that in my future. Like, I know the food that I like, and that's just not a sacrifice I was willing to make.
I get it.
But honestly, though, what really got me was they just looked so confident.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
They were just so strong. And I was at a time in my life, I just graduated college, wasn't really sure what I was doing in life because the career path that I had envisioned was not coming to fruition. So I was not really lost, but kind of questioning things as far as what was next. So to see women like that were just so confident and strong, and I was like, man, what must that feel like?
Yeah.
And then, but there at that point in time, there were like no CrossFit gyms in the area.
I mean, you're talking about the CrossFit Games around like 2012, 13, 14, 15. Now, that's when a lot of like Annie Thorsdottir was like still really big, but the other daughters were coming up, Tia and like all the young guys, and so like that was a really cool time for a lot of women too. Yeah,
because they weren't doing things that were so far out of reach.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Like even the weights that they were doing,
right.
95 pounds seemed heavy sometimes, and now it's
you do it
commonly
for
programmed
20, 30 reps.
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
So it didn't seem that far out of reach. But this is all going to come together. My mom.
Oh, did she do CrossFit?
Was not into CrossFit.
Okay.
No. She was.
I got excited for a second.
She was teaching. She was a teacher's assistant at Monarch Elementary, where Sarah Schlarb was teaching.
Okay.
Oh.
And here it comes.
Yep.
Sarah had sent out an email that her husband and a friend were starting a CrossFit gym.
Yeah, that's right.
And my mom let me know. She's like, I know you were interested in
That's
this.
so cool.
You might want to check it out.
That's fun.
So one day I just randomly stopped by Southern Moon. It was there at the Merivin Center. And I didn't even check their class times or anything because I didn't know there were class times. I thought it was just, they were always open.
Like
come as you like.
Yeah.
And I walked in there and I remember Dave and Hudson were sitting on the floor, like talking and just so shocked that somebody had walked into their gym because they'd only been open for like 2 or 3 months at the time.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I talked to them for just a little bit, and I don't remember if it was that night or the next night, but I came to the first class, my first class. And it was, any gym starting out, especially back then when you didn't have programs to follow or anything. It was not a mess, but it was very, like, now it's very clear, like, they were figuring out how to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was no on-ramp or
Nope.
anything like that. Like, it was very small. And I remember the first time, like, it was just me, and they were both kind of, doing personal training with me, basically. And I think it was running, and I was, like, not out of shape, but I could not fathom how bad I wasn't running at the time. Like it was, I think I was running in Converse actually. I think that may have been the problem.
That might have been part of it. Yeah.
But so I was instantly hooked. Like anything, honestly, anything that I was not good at.
Oh, you wanted to get better at?
That my brothers were better than me. I was like, yes.
I love that.
Girl, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I was like, I can do this and I can do it better.
Yeah.
I
love it.
So we did that. And then I remember, I don't know how long past that it was. A couple months later, both Hudson and Dave told me, they're like, as soon as you left that first day, we never thought you would come back. I was like, well, here I am, almost 13 years later.
There you go.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's so cool. Gosh. So that's kind of like your introduction to the CrossFit. How did you get into coaching? Because you started coaching at Southern Moon, right? So how did that come about?
So my background, I shouldn't say background because that's giving it too much credit. My degree is in music education.
Oh,
what? So I know you wouldn't necessarily think it.
That's so cool.
I loved it. But
were you like a vocal music teacher, or were you like all around?
So my focus was voice.
Oh,
but I actually growing up I played the violin. Oh. So I did a bunch of different things.
I knew you were smart.
That's amazing.
Like, how good at violin are you?
I haven't.
How good were you?
I mean, I was decent. Like,
would people be okay listening to you?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
to me that's good.
So
yeah,
because violin is tricky. You
can
kind of get away with like some things on the guitar and the piano. You can kind of get away with it. The violin, like it's like
everyone.
Guys,
she did just say guitar. By the way, I just want to remind everyone.
Joel, just want to remind you, you're in South Carolina.
I want to remind our listeners that Ashley is Southern as heck.
I love it.
Sorry, keep going.
No, don't change.
You're fine. I would say the height of my playing, as far as violin goes, was my senior recital for high school, my graduation. I was homeschooled, so it was a very small graduation.
I'm just finding out so much stuff.
Yeah, there's a well here. We'll dig in.
So cool.
My one thing was that I wanted to be able to play Spring from the Four Seasons by Vivaldi.
Ooh, that is a very good song.
That's what I want to do. So I worked for months and months with my teacher, played it from memory, and that was the height of my music career, basically.
That's amazing.
Excellent.
But all that to say, went to school for music education, graduated, could not get into the school system. I subbed for a little bit, and obviously it was of the Lord that I didn't, because teaching in the school system was not going to be for me.
Yeah.
But I still really enjoyed teaching.
Yeah.
Like I loved being able to break things down and explain it to someone in a way that worked for them, and to see like that light go off.
Yeah.
That I did miss that. So I must have been after, 5 or 6 years, honestly, of being at Southern Moon. Hudson had approached me about going to get my level 1 and all that. And I hadn't really thought about it. But then once I did, I was like, yeah, sure.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
And the rest is history.
So you went to Southern Moon, like out of college, which was so fun. Then you were there for, like you said, 4 or 5 years. When did you meet your husband in that time?
Yeah. Steven.
Yeah.
That is, it's still so cool that like to have a college student come to your CrossFit gym and then just stay. That's amazing. So that's huge. Mm-hmm. Like you're just like, all right, I'm just gonna. This is my life.
Well, it's probably a good thing I'd already graduated, or else I would have had no money for that.
That's fair.
Membership.
Yeah.
Like, can you guys
it was also a good thing that they had like newly opened, because they were super cheap at the time.
Sorry. Anyway, so how'd you meet? Was your husband there?
I don't remember when he came, honestly, because again, I'm not a morning person, so I always came in the evening.
So he might have been going to the morning. You just never met him.
I know he did. I know he did, because his best friend Jeff Knight.
Yep. Oh, shout out Jeff.
Yeah. Hi Jeff. So I was friends with him because he came to the evening classes.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so I knew him more, and the more he got to know me, he was like, he would kind of.
Hey, I got this guy.
Yeah.
Well, he suggested it to Stephen first. He's like, you should talk to her. But he had to start coming to the evening classes, or else we were never going to run into each other. Yeah. So his job situation changed, and he actually did. And like at first, I don't even remember meeting him, to be honest.
Did he beat you in the workout?
Probably not. No, I can't. I can't.
She made sure he did it.
Yeah. I like that.
But then after I don't know how long, he finally asked me out.
Oh
my gosh. And then,
do you remember what your first like official date was?
Yeah, we went to Bacon Brothers, which no longer in existence.
Yeah,
but I think Bohemian Bull is there now.
Oh yeah,
right over there off Pelham.
Shout out our sponsor, Yogi Drift.
Daily Reps is brought to you by Drift. Drift combines nature's most powerful relaxation botanicals and alcohol-free beverages that help you unwind, recover, and sleep deeply. We're building a new kind of drinking culture, one rooted in clarity, calm, and connection. Drift helps you unwind without the alcohol and without slowing down your goals. Visit enjoydrift.com or our very own Gym Fridge for that first cool, relaxing sip to drift into relaxation. Yeah, drift.
Sorry, keep going.
It all comes together.
Yeah, you know, look at you. You knew it.
But yeah, that was our first date, and then we dated for 2 years because the man likes to take his time. He wanted to be real sure.
Shots fired. Multiple shots fired.
He wanted to be sure, which I appreciate.
Well, and he's how much older than you?
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah. So that's fine. But I will say, like,
I'm sorry, Steve. You're getting shot all around here right now.
He knows I love him. It's fine. Yeah. So we dated for 2 years. He proposed on November 1st, and then we were married on December 18th.
Oh wow!
Well, there you go.
Was fast.
Yeah.
So that was fast.
It's like once he made that decision, we were good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But it was also during COVID, so like there was no reason to have a long engagement.
Right.
That's true. So wait, you guys got married during COVID?
Yeah.
Oh man, I did a wedding during COVID, and it had to be virtual. It was so weird.
Was
yours virtual?
No, we ended up. I just decided December 18th we're going to go downtown, and since it was COVID, nobody was going to be using the park.
There you go.
So
and I
smart.
just didn't ask anybody. And
Yeah.
I mean, it obviously was very small, just our. Immediate
easier to ask
family.
for forgiveness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to come interrupt a wedding during COVID?
Right.
That's honestly a really good point.
Here.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, no one cared. So, it was very small, but I loved it. And at the end of the day,
do you
we
have
were
pictures that we can see? Can you send them to?
Yeah.
Here, send them to Ashley so that we can put them up on.
On the.
Yeah, I have
video.
to do it now,
Visual.
or I will forget.
Or you'll forget. That's perfect.
That's okay. We'll edit this out.
That's amazing. So you met your husband Stephen at Southern Moon, and Southern Moon was open for around 12 years.
Yeah,
which is a really long time.
Yeah.
It's true.
And then we've had Hudson on before and kind of chatted about the transition for him from there to here, and kind of what that looked like. But talk a little bit about. Thank you for sending those.
No,
Talk a little bit about.
It's gonna take me a while to find those. So.
Oh, okay.
It's so funny.
Talk a little bit about you guys' transition from Southern Moon over here to Five Forks, because I feel like witnessing it and then being in a coach, and I feel like it was a pretty like seamless transition, and like there's a group of you guys and you can tell that you're all very like close knit. It's like you're a family. Like obviously, you are quite literally family. Your husband and your brother come here. But then even like Jeff and Chris and like that whole group, you guys, it's like those are like Ellie's other uncles. Yes. It feels like. Yeah. So what kind of was that experience like for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we are incredibly blessed to have met these people so long ago and been able to maintain those relationships. Yeah. It's just amazing. It really is. And I'm sure you guys know that being here. But I think like, having started at Southern Moon when it was so young. Yeah. And then seeing everybody come into the gym, and I've known these people for years and years. Chris used to be like, he tells me I was his arch nemesis. Like he would try to beat me in workouts. I had no idea this was going on. He would just like put 10 pounds more on the bar or something. And like, I beat her. I was like, okay, great. I'm glad I inspired you. But like that, it's those kinds of things. Like I don't remember meeting any of them. They've just been in my life for so long. And then, once we all found out that, Southern Moon would be closing, and we all started talking about, where are we going to go? Yeah. Everybody's going to end up somewhere different because of jobs, where they live, all of that. And we live like 3 minutes away. So this was kind of a no-brainer. Yeah. But I think it took us a little while to make the decision. A little while being like a couple months. Mainly because I was honestly like a little nervous about the community because I was so used to Southern Moon and seeing the same people every day, like knowing the ins and outs of what was going on with them and all of that. that I was just nervous I wasn't going to find that again.
Yeah.
So we waited a month, ended up working out in my brother Paul in his garage gym for a while. But just really just missed the community.
Yeah.
It's so very different when you're working out with more people.
Yeah. It hurts a little less.
Yeah.
Not at all, but I get what you're saying. So
inside it hurts less.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Were there some people that didn't end up here that was in that original group, and did they go somewhere else, or did most of you guys come here?
The majority of like our evening group, they definitely ended up here.
Okay.
Otherwise, they're at SVL, or I think a few ended up at Potentia.
Okay.
Kind of in those
just
areas.
all those areas.
Yeah. Neighboring.
Yes.
I get that though. I mean, when OSC closed, it was a big deal because those people had been working out with each other for 10 years.
Yeah.
In the same class.
Similar experience for you.
And they were like, we don't know where to go.
Yeah.
And that's when I told them about Five Forks. It's like, this is a great spot. But, they've been able to assimilate because it's not as many people. So they've been able to find their their new communities.
Yeah.
But you're so right. Because you just like, I don't know if these people are going to, it's not that you're not going to like them. It's more like, are they going to like me? Like, I know these people like me.
How
but
are you going to fit
exactly.
with that?
Like, what's their culture like? And that's funny too, because like even we have like the same idea, like the same majority of the same culture, but like even every class can be like a little bit different.
Does
that make sense?
Yes.
Like every class has a personality.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And the way I don't know if you guys agree with this or not, but I have found the way that you coach those classes kind of has to be a little bit different too. I mean, you still have like the same core like methodology in the same way that you talk to people for the most part, but like even your vibe as a coach kind of changes a little bit.
I never changed. That's not like a look at me. It's more just like you get what you get with me and you don't pitch a fit, which some people have liked and not liked at the same time.
Yes. However, like, have you ever coached the evening classes though, or you primarily coach the morning class?
The latest I've coached is noon. I'd like to coach the evening classes because it'd be fun. I'd like to get to know those people.
It's a great class. They're great classes.
Yeah, it is. But like the vibe at 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. is a little bit different than 5:30 in the morning.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
And 8:30 is definitely different than the vibe at 5:30 in the morning.
You are very correct. Yes. I have been to both. And yes. Well, because most of them this is not like a knock, but it also depends on like the predominant, like who's in there. So 8:30 is lots of moms.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more lackadaisical when it comes to some of the strength components. But then they are like, most of the moms are all in when it comes to the cardio, like the WOD. It's really funny. And a lot of them are very fit. You know them. Right? But the morning classes is predominantly like early morning is guys.
Yeah.
And so you have a lot of dudes just like hanging out, chatting and fun. And then most of the women are older in the morning. And so they're not really pushing a lot of the stuff, but the guys are going to push like the strength. And so it's even just that, like experimenting with that. And the noon class is just a bunch of noon guys.
Yeah.
Who lunching it up.
Yeah.
Noon guy.
Yeah. Different and at different phases and different parts of your fitness journey, I should say.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like as a coach you kind of have to like figure out that and then even like and that can even you can even go deeper in that and it can even be a little bit different per person because some people some people if they're if they're maybe struggling a little bit in a workout and trying to get the reps done or whatever, they like to be yelled at.
That's true.
Come on, pick up the weight. Let's go. You better pick up the weight. And then other people do not like that.
No, they get very upset.
You have to be able to tell the difference.
Yes. I've had to learn that the hard way a couple times. Relax, you're fine. You'll be fine.
Anyways.
Sorry, you were saying.
I have no idea what I was saying.
We are recording.
Who goes there?
It sounds like a
child.
It sounds like a child.
Are you okay?
Is there an adult out there?
Hold on.
Maybe it was a toy.
It could be. What is happening right now?
Somebody was looking for Jonathan.
He's gone.
He ain't here.
He ain't here. He's like Jesus.
He's
gone out of that grave. Sorry.
What?
He's gone. He's gone like Jesus. He's gone. Sorry. So Tara, other questions.
Yeah.
What is so you've been coaching now for how long?
About 6 years.
What's your favorite part about, you said one of the reasons why you liked coaching was you noticed that is kind of scratches that teaching itch. Mm-hmm. But like CrossFit itself, why do you like coaching CrossFit?
Oh, that's a great question.
Thank you.
I think because I have seen personally what it can do for you, like not just physically, obviously, but I mean, hey, I met my husband through CrossFit. I've made lifelong friends,
community.
So I want to see other people be able to enjoy that aspect of it as well, and I think that is something that is very specific to CrossFit. Like not to say that other gyms are not, they don't have a good culture, a good atmosphere, but I don't think you're going to find that same level of companionship, if you want to call it that, that you can find in places like a CrossFit gym when you're going to the same classes and you're seeing the same people all the time. That's I think one of the biggest things I enjoy about coaching CrossFit and being able to introduce people to that. And then, of course, like we've already mentioned, it's just seeing people progress.
Yeah, that's true.
Doing things that they didn't think they could do or something that they've been working on and it finally clicks and they finally get it. Being able to be a part of that is just, it's an great. Awesome feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's why I'm always, I mean, it's not like you can say what you want about, if you lose members, obviously it's money, but like it's more of a bummer when you lose people that are like just don't do it anymore. You're like, man, it really feels like you sold yourself short.
Yeah.
And it's never, I think some members might think that we're just like coaches or owners only care about the money. It's never that. It's just more that like you said, you buy into this person's progress in their development and then they're done.
If you only cared about the money, you probably never would have started a CrossFit gym in the first place.
No, there's no money in it. But like you'd get so invested in this person and then they go, all right, I'm not going to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what?
You almost take it personally.
Yeah. And it's not because like you feel like they're dissing you, but it's more like, man, I believed in you. I feel like you could still do so much. And then they go, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that happen a couple times where, for one reason or another, and it may be a very legitimate reason.
Yeah,
but I can't help but feel like I could have convinced them to stay.
Yeah, I feel like we have such an amazing group of coaches here, and I think one thing that can be said about the group of coaches that we have here is that every single one of them genuinely care about the people 100%, and they're invested in the people so much so that like you have like you go to people's birthday parties and you go to people's like events in their life, and so like we care about the people. We want to see people good, whether it be in the CrossFit class or the hybrid class or now the High Rocks program or personal training. Like you get, I think something that makes you a good coach is caring about the people. I don't think you can be an excellent coach and not care about the well-being of the people. I feel like that's like one of the major requirements. Is actually in every aspect of their life, whether it be of course physical, but also like mental and how they're doing with their family and all those different areas and avenues.
I think that also goes into play with like as you add when you get married, you have kids. I feel like I've seen coaches as they kind of walk through those stages, become even better coaches because you feel like you're even more invested. Like, do you feel like that happened with you? Because you got married and then you had Ellie, right? So then like,
so cute.
So what was that? What's even that like? You had your baby and then you're still coaching. Like, did that change even how you coach or like?
Yes. Yeah. I think it more changed my perspective on coaching. We both know this. We all know this.
She's like, only Ashley.
Well, she was referring to me being female.
You're the friends. I know.
And having birth.
But my friend.
You'll understand. The man you'll understand. You learn a lot more patience once you become a parent. And then you also like learn how to say things multiple ways to get your point across. And
that's good.
Like, I think that is what changed the most for me after I started coaching. After I had Ellie, was I was like, I'm a more patient person as far as, and nobody's like, no one's terrible, right? There's no I have not come across terrible members, but there's those members that they like to do things a certain way. And they do their movements a certain way.
You know who you are. I'm looking right at you.
And as much as you try to like coach them and be like, hey, try this. Or think of it like this. And they still do that one thing the same way. And you're like, you know what? I'm glad you're here. I'm just glad you're here moving.
Thank you for being
not
here.
Hurting yourself.
Yes, 100%.
Right now you're looking at your phone or your computer and you're like, that's not me. That is you. Dwayne. Oh, I didn't say names. She shot those shots.
Oh no, Dwayne knows.
We love you, Dwayne.
Came loaded today.
I only tease because I care.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was good.
My throat just did that thing.
What are you, a cat? Stop.
That's a purr. Purr.
Sorry, hold on. I'm sorry. That's you don't even have to think. You can know for a fact that's not what that was. Nope. Hasn't gotten better.
Well, you try it.
No,
you could probably do it better than me, Joel. Give it a try.
I just want this to be this moment to be said. No. You just sound like someone really trying to learn how to roll their R's, but just like not doing well.
We're gonna have a brief intermission here.
No, we're not. We're gonna keep going.
You can edit that out.
Just kidding.
No, keep it.
Well, talking about your family and talking about Ellie, she just makes my day when she comes in here. By the way, she is just the cutest, the cutest. It always brightens my day when you come in here and she's in here with you, and you're just so good. From the outside looking in, you're just so good at including her in your life, which I think is like such a cool thing. So seeing that, what are some things that you might do on the daily basis that help you do that?
I mean, like as far as including her in the gym
in the
aspect?
gym. Yeah.
I mean, I think it for the most part, it's just helped that she's always come to the gym with us.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, she was a couple weeks old, but when I was just like, I had to get out of the house. So I just went to the gym because that was there. And then once I was actually, working out again, she was strapped to my chest.
Yep.
So she's just always been around it. But I always try to make it a fun thing. Like it's never a punishment. Well, we have to go to the gym. You have to come with mommy to the gym.
Right.
It's, hey, we get to go to the gym. We're going to see our friends and our family.
Yeah.
And it there's a balance between like letting her have fun and run around, obviously, and being safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she's getting to the point where I can't keep her in her stroller anymore because she just gets out.
Yeah.
So like finding that balance of where it doesn't feel like a punishment and she's being constrained and everything when she's here.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing that I have consciously done is just making it fun for her.
Yeah.
Making sure we have snacks and toys and, she can see her friends and family and play and all that.
Yeah.
So that it's not something that she ever dreads doing.
Right.
And, she gets to play around on the equipment and whatnot when it's safe. When there's no classes going
it's
on.
okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Disclaimer.
Not on the black mats when there's
I was about to say not the black mats.
The floor is lava.
But she climbs on everything. She tries to lift the bars.
I love that.
She's all over the place. So.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. Honestly, it's hard not to include them to a certain extent because it's a regular part of my life.
Yeah.
So it just became a regular part of her life.
Yeah.
It was very natural in that sense.
That's cool. I love it. So what do you feel like, being a wife, being a mom, being a coach, what do you feel like is something that helps motivate you through all those different things? Because, like, obviously, being a mom now, like, there's some nights that no sleep is had, no rest for the weary. And so what motivates you to, like, keep showing up and keep going on stage?
Would you like some water?
She's got some. She's staying hydrated.
For once. It changes from day to day, honestly, as far as what that motivation is. Yeah. Like, after I first had Ellie, it was just, I need to move for my sanity. Yeah. I need to get back into the routine that I had, even some semblance of that, just to feel more normal.
Yeah.
So, when it first came back, that was more the motivation than of just normalcy. Yeah. And then, once I figured out what my body was doing, then it was kind of like, okay, now we're rebuilding.
Yeah.
Now it's more to be able to keep up with her.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, I not until later did I get into the mindset of like, okay, now I can try to make progress and make gains or get back to where I was because, as you mentioned, like you're not sleeping, so you're not recovering well.
No.
I was eating like garbage because it was just whatever was easy, whatever was there, and then when she starts eating, it's like whatever's left over.
Exactly.
Kind of thing. So the nutrition of all of it was on the back burner.
Yeah.
I had done the macros things before, and it's very beneficial. It works when you stick with it. It was just not something that I had the brain power to do.
Right.
You can't.
And that's fine. That's where I was at in life. It's fine.
Yeah.
And now it's more like I need to be able to do things with her.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I want to be able to keep up with her. I want to be able to lift her. I want to be able to play with her. But also, I can't hurt myself.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
Yeah.
I can't rip my hands. I can't. I did that once. And it was a very rough 4 days for all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was, getting up and down like that.
Yeah.
It was
Putting
rough.
a baby in a crib when
understand.
your back hurts, not fun.
All of it. Oh, it was
Not
rough.
fun.
So like you have to keep those, take those things into account. Of like,
Yeah.
It's just not worth it. So
Yeah.
like I rarely deadlift anymore.
That's fair.
It's just I can't take that chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your perspective on what you're wanting to get out of it changes just based on those stages of parenthood, as I found.
I totally get that. One of your friends one of our friends from the evening classes,
There you go.
I was asking what his goal was. I was making a video. I don't know, it's probably been like a year or so ago now.
I remember that.
But I was asking everybody like what their goal was for the next year, and like his answer was like, I just want to be able to like show up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like
Don't get hurt.
Don't get hurt and keep showing up. And I was like, man, I mean, that's a pretty legitimate goal.
Yeah. Like a couple years ago before LA, I would be like, oh, come on. You want to you want to get PRs and you want to be able to do all this. And now it's like, no, just don't get hurt. Maintain and don't get hurt. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. It just depends. Whatever season you're in that's what you have to do. And I think what's great about CrossFit, and then sometimes what can be difficult, is you can either compare yourself wrongly to like that person's journey when you don't need to, but you also can be encouraged by other people too. Like, which is, I mean, shout out to kind of like Hudson and Jonathan they've kind of brought back Five Forks formula in a big way with nutrition, because a lot of it has been just trying to help moms and then people who are just like, I feel like I'm missing that piece, but I just don't have the brain. Like I don't have it. I cannot worry about that. And they're like, we'll help you with that. And then, I mean, for me finishing it, then I'm like, okay, now I have all the handles. I can do it on my own and I can keep doing that. But like, I think that's another thing that, you get to see if someone else is doing that and you get encouraged rather than like, oh, I feel I should be able to do that. And you'd be like, no, I mean, you might be in a different season.
Yeah.
And I love that we have such a diverse community. We're not like the competitive gym, although Hudson was the 8th fittest man in the world a couple of years ago. I'll have to remind everyone of that. But like, we have fit people, but then we also have people like, I just want to move. I just want to show up. I'm here for the friends. Like, it's fine. And it's great. And that's what makes CrossFit community so great.
Yeah.
When I remember this so distinctly when I was just a couple years into it, I could not comprehend the people who came in and just wanted to like talk in the middle of a workout or like
they just stopped.
Yeah. Or just like didn't push it, didn't put more weight on the bar. Like I was like, why are you here if not to get better? And then I realized how foolish I was.
Yeah.
You grow up and you realize that exact thing. Like one, you're not comparing yourself to anybody else. Everybody has a different reason for being in the gym and all of them are good reasons.
Yeah.
And I do think there's something to say, because I've been trying to push more people to, like, we use Wodify. We use Wodify for a reason. Just put your stuff on Wodify, even if you don't want to, like track it or you're not trying to like get a PR or whatever. It's really good just to put it on there, because then even also like other people get to see the community as well. Because there are some people who are just like, I don't feel like putting it on there. I'm like, why? I mean, it's not like you have to try to compete with someone else, but just put your stuff on Wodify, and then you get to see like, oh yeah, that's great. Like, oh, I know that person. Or I didn't know that person was doing that, and so I think you're completely right though. Like it's. You kind of shift in your mentality as you get older and you mature. Yeah,
for sure. And you realize like not everything that people are going through is always going to be visible externally. So they could be like, obviously if somebody comes in the gym with a broken leg, you're going to be like, oh, you definitely need to pivot and scale this workout today and do something different.
Maybe don't squat.
Yeah, maybe don't squat. But like how many people are coming in with like a metaphorical broken leg that's going on in their life, or something going on inside their body that you may not be able to see as a coach. And so I think it's really important to be like aware of that as well. And I feel like that's something that comes along the more that you experience life and more that you go through those things. And so
that's a good, honestly, that's a good challenge, because I try to tell people, I mean, we've done coach evaluations in the past. I try to tell people it's always good to start a class with like, does anyone have any injuries or like specific soreness I need to know about.
Yeah.
I used to say that, and I need to get back on that because you don't know. And like, not everyone wants to be the person to be like, me, I can't, they just like, they don't want to draw attention. So sometimes it's good to just be like, hey, does anyone? Okay. And then you can help scale and stuff, but no one wants to be the person.
I got a Hemi. I can't squat heavy today. That's what that made me think of.
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
A hemorrhoid, bruh.
Oh, I thought you said hammy. I'm like, okay.
I understood what you said.
Yeah, hemorrhoid. You can squat heavy with a hemorrhoid. What are you talking about? It helps you get out of the hole quicker. Sudden pain. You snap? No?
I don't know.
No? Only me?
I don't know.
Only me?
I don't know.
Only one? The only one?
No one else?
No one else. Oh, man.
Oh, gosh.
I don't even know where you go from there.
Well, what a segue.
Well, Tara, one thing we do ask people, everyone who comes on, is we ask them like, hey, is there anything you've been learning lately? It could be in the Bible. It could be in coaching. It could be just like as a parent or anything. Something that's just kind of like really captivated you or excited you.
Yeah. I mean, I love that question. And when you sent me the questions, I started thinking about that. I was like, well, what have I actually been learning lately? But it's two things, and more in like a spiritual context. Yeah. And I guess not learning, but more just a gentle reminder here and there that God is always good.
Amen.
And we have to, not have to, but we trust him because he is always good.
Yeah.
And recently we've been going through some things, and like you said, you never know what people are going through.
Yeah.
It's fine. But based on that, it's just, it's those gentle reminders of, you don't have to fear. You don't have to question.
That's good.
It takes away a lot of that anxiety around life decisions or life circumstances when your automatic reaction, or even if it's not automatic, but when that gentle reminder comes of God is always good, and you can trust him because he's always good.
Yeah, 100%.
Amen.
A couple of things, like when you're saying that gets brought up in my mind is, one, sometimes when we're going through a hard time, or maybe we've been through something that's like extremely traumatic, or something that like really hurt us, and he didn't come through for us in the way that we thought he should. Sometimes we can hold it against him and allow it to harbor bitterness or anger or resentment, or lose trust in him and his faithfulness and his goodness. But whenever I have found myself in that scenario in different parts of my life after things that I've been through, I'm always reminded that that's a lie. It's a lie from the enemy, because God does love us. And his initial plan for us and for the world was that we would never have any sickness. We would never have any trials. That's the way the world was, and we were originally created. Yeah. Like, he created the world that way. But he allowed us to have free will, and then, sin entered the world and all this stuff. And then he could have just been done with us there and said, you know what, y'all are allowed to suffer for the rest of your life because you brought this on yourself, but he didn't. He sent his son for us. And sometimes when we're going through those things, we try to hold it against God and be like, why are you allowing this? And it's where we live in a sin-sickened world.
Yeah.
That we perverted, that sin entered the world and ultimately created it that way. It wasn't the way that he originally created it, but it didn't end there. He sent his son for us so that we can have healing, we can have hope, there can be a future. And so that's a good reminder to have. And then, of course, the passage of scripture that talks about, you intended this for evil, but the Lord, basically, he's going to use it for good.
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes when you're in the middle of that, it doesn't make sense, but he can and he will. And it's that, having that faith and those reminders. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I mean, I find that thought incredibly comforting, that he knows the end that I cannot see.
Yeah.
There's, in those situations, you're like, I don't understand how this could ever turn into good for anything or anyone.
Yeah.
And then knowing that, well, that's not my decision. I'm not meant to see that, but I know that God does.
Yeah.
There, and this is one, amazing, by the way, great word, both of you. Two, we know there are people who listen to the podcast and wrestle with anxiety and depression in a lot of those ways. I mean, a lot of people know my story in that, but I mean, it is true, and I hope that you who are listening can hear that and receive it. Because, I mean, the Lord, He is your help when fears are raging. He's your hope when even yours might actually start waning and fading. Like, you don't feel like you have hope. Like, He's going to be there no matter what.
Yeah.
And that was, what a great word to give. I mean, that was awesome, Tara. That was so fantastic. And I know that there are people listening who are probably just floored with that, and I hope that the Lord speaks to them. I know He will through that. So thank you for saying that.
Yes, 100%. Thank you so much also for being so genuine.
Yeah,
like that's something that I like really appreciate about you.
You're very authentic. I cannot hide.
Yeah,
what I am feeling.
Yeah, I like it.
It's just, and that it's good and bad. I've had so many people that will tell me, like, I thought you hated me at first.
I actually thought you didn't like me at first.
No,
I legitimately thought you were like, God, I hate this guy.
I have a lot of thoughts, and to not portray all of them, like all the emotions, I just have like one
face.
Yeah, it's just it's not meant to be RBF, but it rests that way.
I legitimately thought you didn't like me. Well, I was like, man, what did I do?
Things have changed, Joel.
And you know what? And you can make progress in those relationships too.
We've come a long way in this last half hour.
Are you guys friends now?
Can I be considered a friend?
I feel like we've come a long way, and we can call it.
We did it. Guys, you were here for the journey. It started out not the case.
What a journey!
Only on the Daily Reps.
Only on the Daily Reps.
That's right.
Bringing people together.
Oh, man.
So sorry.
I love.
All right, guys. Well, what should people do, Joel?
They need to subscribe, like and subscribe, share on all your social media platforms. You can subscribe on YouTube, on all the podcast stuff like Apple and Spotify. Find us there, but share it with your friends. Seriously.
Do it.
Thank you guys for listening.
Tara.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Deuces.